जाओ अपना आराम करो। शुरू कर दो। वो नहीं भैया।
Class 8 chapter history SST chapter 2 history establishment of the British power in India. Do you remember how the religious powers rose after the death of Aurangzeb? Aurangzeb was needed a powerful ruler but that never nurtured any of his princes to hold the regime of the West Empire after him in absence of any strong ruler within 1617 years Jats, Maraths, Sikhs, Nizam, Tipu and Nawabs of Awadh gained power and so were the British. Thus before capturing the territories and trade it was essential for the British to crush their counterparts. Advent of European to India. Superior quality cotton and silk of India were in great demand in Europe. Spices such as a pepper, cloves, cardamom, and cinnamon were also demanded in the European market. However, all European camp- companies were interested in trading in the same thing. As a result, prices went up and their profit reduced. Elimination of rivals was the key to survival, so the trade was protected with arms and trading ports were captured. These companies regularly blocked routes, snack each other's ship, and adopted all sort of tactics to prevent rival ships from moving with the supplies of goods. The race for colonies colonies led to many wars among the European countries in the 17th and 18th century. These were known as trade wars. The countries involved in these wars were Portugal, Holland, France, and Britain. The success of the Portuguese and their profitable trade with India attracted the British toward India by a royal charter granted by Queen Elizabeth I of Britain of 31st 31st December 6 6 100 6 1600. The British East India Company was established. These chapter granted the company the sole right to trade with the East. This meant that no other trading group in England could compete with the British East India Company or challenges it in any way. With the grant of this charter, the company could venture across the ocean looking for new land from where it could buy goods and cheap rates and carry them back to Europe to sell at higher prices. No, now the companies did not have to face competition from each British trading companies. The company soon started its activities. Sir Thomas Roe met Jahangir and at the Ajmeri court and obtained the right to trade. He established its first settlement on the west coast At Surat later, the first British factory was set up on the bank of the river Hooghly is in 1651. Attracted to India trade, the Dutch stabilized the Dutch East India Company in 1602. They established their training center at Phuket, Surat,
संडे को तुम्हारे गेम्स के लिए बुला
Sura,
संडे को खेलने के लिए
Qasim Bazaar,
उससे कह रहा हूँ
Patna, Nagapatnam, and Cochin. The French were following the Dutch and the British footsteps. They also formed the French East India Company in 1664. The first French trading center in India was founded in Surat in 1668. Their major settlement
कितने बजे जाते हैं
in
कितने बजे जाते हैं
India were Puducherry,
6 साथ खेलेंगे अपना आराम से
Pondicherry, Chandranagar, and Maha. Trade was the words of supremacy. Power in Carnatic, Anglo-French Carnatic wars. The British eliminated the Portuguese and the Dutch without any difficulty, but the French posed a serious threat. The British East India Company had approached the Mughal Emperor as a petitioner, but gradually consolidated their power and decided to make the best use of the declining Mughal power after the death of Aurangzeb. However, the French also cherished the same design. The British had fortified settlement in Madras and the French in Pondicherry. Hyderabad, Carnatic, and Mysore were in constant conflict. At that time, the French and the British took advantage of this rivalry. They allied themselves with groups. They fought each other 3 times between 1746 and 1763. These wars are known as Carnatic Wars. Ultimately, the British were successful in expelling the French from India. Power in Bengal. The British company secured a farmland from Aurangzeb, which granted the company the right to duty-free trade, but they kept on pressing Aurangzeb for more and more concession and misused exiting privilege exiting existing privileges. The company officials started their private trade without paying duty, causing an enormous loss of revenue to the Nawab of Bengal. The earlier Nawabs of Bengal, namely Murshid Quli Khan and Ali Wadi Khan, were strong rulers. Ali Wadi Khan was succeeded by Sirajuddaula. Sirajuddaula. In 1756, he was strong and mindful of the growing British ambition and was determined to keep them in check. The British were trying to fortify their settlement in Bengal, they began abusing the concession also which they had got for trade. Sirangdhalau gave them orders to pull down the illegal fortifications, but the British refused to do so. It led to capture of Kaltukutta, which was a small village at that time by the forces of the Nawabs. Battle of Plassey. After the falls of Calcutta, Robert Clive decided to eliminate Siranjudala and replace him with some puppet Nawabs. He cons- conspired with some leading men of the Nawab's court in order to place Mir Jafar on the throne of Bengals. Having made all preparation, the British forces met with the Nawab's forces at Plaze, 65 km north of Calcutta, on 23 June 1757. The Battle of Plaze was fought only in name because on the Nawab's side there was only a small
थोड़ा सा ना अपना चलते चलते नहीं बंद हो जाता है बार बार।
small group of loyal soldiers
भाई टूट जाएगा।
led by Mir Madan and Mohan Lal, who fought bravely due to the territory of Mir Jafar and Rai Dulab. The Nawab lost the battle. Siranjudala fled but was captured and killed. Results of the Battle of Plaze. जैसे कम्बल निकालो ना वैसे जमा भी देना.
अरे चाय तो पिला दो कम से कम बचवा।
Results of the Battle of Plaze. The Battle of Plaze became
तुम चला के पिलाओ।
famous as it was the first major victory of the company in India. It paved paved the way for the British conquest
अरे उठ गई तो।
of the whole of India. It boosted British prestige and opened the doors of rich resources of Bengal to the British. Soon after the war, Mir Jafar was proclaimed the Nawab of Bengal, but actually was a puppet only. He was granted the rights of tax-free trade in Bengal, Bihar, and Odisha to the company along with the Jamindari for of the 24 Parganas near Calcutta. The moment Mir Jafar realized that the company officials are using him, he started objecting, but very soon he was replaced by his son-in-law Mir Qasim and as the new Nawab of the puppet.
अरे सो जा फिर जगह।
The company officials used the desktop for or free passes for their private goods and sold them to India merchant. As a result, the Nawab's free revenue diminished and the honest Indian merchants were affected badly.
मजे ले
Battle of Buxar. The abolition of internal duties was considered by the British as a violation of their special rights and privileges. This led to a series of battle between the British Pepsi लिया एक
ये पेप्सी भी नहीं है, पेप्सी मीठा चीनी
माजा
कुछ भी नहीं है,
शुगर फ्री होती है।
ओनली फीकी चाय बस। सब सब में चीनी होता है, ये सब में लिक्विड चीनी होता है, और खतरनाक है भैया तो।
10 की चाउमीन ले भैया के लिए।
between the British and Mir cuisine in 1763 after successive defeat at the hand of the British. Mir cuisine fled to Awadh. There he formed a confederacy with Shah Alam II, the Mughal emperor, and Sujao Dalaola, the Nababs of Awadh. Even their combined forces were badly defeated in the Battle of Buxar in western Bihar in 1764. This led to the signing of the Treaty of Allahabad in 1765. The Nawab failed to release its long-term implication, and he himself sold his dependence to the company.
लल्ली ले ले 800 रुपए का है। ऊपर बैठ जा मैं अब। अरे वो एयरपोर्ट चुभ रहे में बैठ।
वो लाडो ने चुटकाते हैं।
Result of the Battle of Buxar. The Battle of Buxar was decisive when it completed the unfinished task of the Battle of Plassey. Following were the result of
भैया
this
मेरे
battle.
निकाल दो।
First point. After the Treaty of Allahabad,
सुमित भाई खुश हो गए क्या चीज है?
Nawab Sughaudullah was forced to pay a war
सबकी फोटो
indemnity of 50 lakh rupees to the company, and Awadh revolt
क्या चीज?
Cliff
लाडो
became
तारी
सब भरने
became
कागज भरना पड़ता है,
became the
सिर्फ 5 बार भरना पड़ता है, चार्ज करना पड़ता है बस।
governor for the
अरे
second time.
कब कब होता है ये चार्ज?
Second
खत्म हो जाता है,
point.
चार्ज चार्ज कर देते हैं।
The Mughal Emperor Shah Alam got the district of Kara and Allahabad and became a pensioner of the company. In return
ये
to
वापस ही
these
चले जाता है।
concessions, he granted
मेरा भी
formally
तो सो रही है।
the Diwani rights to
भैया मेरी आप निकालो।
collect revenue of Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa to the company. Third point.
लाडो ले।
So far, the company was buying
लाडो की कोई इज्जत ही नहीं है। बाबा ने सोचा संभाल के रखा।
कहाँ गई?
आज तो लल्ली
Buying
बेचारी ऐसी आ रही है
Indian
साथ में।
goods in exchange for silver and gold, but after the Diwani rights, now the revenues from Bengal were an extra resources that could be
ओए
easily
भैया काली आई है मेरी सेकंड।
used for other work and expansion like maintaining
खरीदो दे ले।
company troops and meeting the cost of managing port and offices.
मैं दिखाऊं मैं
Fourth
front
point,
कैमरे से
the defensive alliance
रोशनी का रोशनी चलती है।
was also concluded with the Nawab of Awadh. The company promised to provide him with troops in case of need in exchange
लल्ली
for their maintenance. Territory expansion of the British.
अरे हार बेटा जान दे।
British expansion between 1767 to 1805. The periods from 1767 to 1805 say rapid growth and expansion of British
नहीं भैया
territories and power. The main events of this period were the Mysore War from 1767 to 1805 for Anglo Mysore War were fought, which brought Mysore under British control. The first Mysore War began in 1767, in which Hyder Ali defeated the force of the East India Company and captures Madras in 1769. Moreover, the British promised to help Hyder Ali in case he was attacked by another power. Second Mysore War in 1771, when Hyder Ali was attacked by Marathas, and the British did not help
सफेद कलर का होगा तो
him as were per promise. In fact, they captured the port
लाल कलर
of
पे कलर रखना फिर लाल हो जाता है
Ma, which was the only outlet for Mysore. Hyder Ali wanted the British to vacate the port of Ma, and the British refused
चलो वो अब अच्छा आपकी
to do so. Thus, the Second Mysore War, starting in 1780, Hyder Ali died in 1782, but his son Tipu Sultan continued to the fight. Ultimately, the Treaty of Mangalore was signed in 1784, and the war went decisive. Third Mysore War. After the Third Mysore War, Tipu Sultan attacked Travancore
फिर ऊपर की तरफ काली ना पर काली फोटो
and ally of the company. The Nizam of Hyderabad and the Marathas were already alarmed to the rising power of Tipu. Now British made an alliance with Nizam of Hyderabad and the Marathas against Tipu Sultan in 1790. Their combined forces besieged Tipu's capital Seringapatam and compelled Tipu to sign the Treaty of Seringapatam 1792. Fourth Mysore War. In 1799, Lord Wesley was the Governor General of Bengal, and Tipu wanted revenge. Lord Wesley revived the Triple Alliance with the Nizam and the Marathas. Tipu's capital Seringapatam was captured by the British. Tipu, the Tiger of Mysore, did well while defending the capital. The Maratha wars. By a mid-18th century, Marathas became very powerful under the able leadership of Shivaji. They even challenged the Mughals, but they received a setback when they were defeated by the Afghan ruler Ahmad Shah Abdali in the Third Battle of Panipat in 1761. At that time, there were four centers of Marathas. First, Gaikwad in Gujarat. Second,
रोल के अलग अलग टाइप होते हैं
Bhonsles in Nagpur. Third, Hokers in Malwa. And fourth, Skins Dias in Gwalior. The Peshwa was the head of the Maratha Confederacy. The British supported the Aghanim Raghunath Rao for the Peshwaship, whereas the rest of the Marathas, under the leadership of Nana Fadnavis supported Madhav Rao second as a second result first Anglo Maratha war took place between these two sides. Three Anglo-Maratha wars were fought between 1775 and 1818. The third Anglo-Maratha war 1887 18 1817 to 1818 destroyed the Maratha power. The Maratha had were not allowed to keep army. The post of the Peshwa was abolished permanently, and large part of the Maratha kingdom were taken over by the British. British expansion between 1805 to 1856. The second phase of the growth and expansion of British rule in India was different from the first phase in many ways because the old kingdoms had
ठीक है थोड़ा बहुत
lost their importance. The second phase so the rise of the Sikh. The British defeated the Sikh in 1848 and annexed Punjab into the British Empire in 1849. By this time, they designed to win territories beyond India, such as Afghanistan, Nepal, and Burma. The British devised various pretexts to annex more territories. Annexation of Punjab. During the day of Banda Bahadur, Punjab was divided into 12 small Sikh kingdoms known as misls. In 1802, Ranjit Singh made himself the chief of Amritsar. He was called the Lion of Punjab. By 1806, Ranjit Singh emerged as the most powerful ruler of Punjab, and his territory extended from central Punjab up to the river Sutlej. After the death of Ranjit Singh in 1839, three sons of Ranjit Singh were killed, and the youngest son Dalip Singh was put on the throne. Being a minor, his mother Rani Jindhan became his regent. The corrupt, corrupt army generals of Punjab carried on the intrigues against the princes, which turned out a golden opportunity for the British to conquer Punjab. Two Anglo-Sikh wars were fought between 1845 and 1849. After defeated the Sikhs completely, Governor General Dalhousie annexed the whole of Punjab by means of the declaration. Raja Dilip Singh was pensioned off and sent to London during this time, and British also took possession of the Kohinoor demand as a present for Queen Victoria. Setting up new colonial administration. Baron Hastings, the first Governor General of Bengal, 1773-1805, played a significant role in the expansion of company power. By this time, the company had also established its power in Bombay and Madras. Hence, it became necessary to introduce a system of administration between British territories were broadly divided into administration units which were called presidencies. Three main presidencies were Bengal, Madras, and Bombay, each ruled by a governor. The supreme head of the administration was the Governor General of Credit for introducing several administrative measures, notably in the sphere of justice goes to Vernon Hastings. Agencies of administration. The administration of the company in India was run by the following four agencies. First, the civil service was in charge of general administration. Second, the the army's duty was to expand as well as protect the British Empire. Third, the police were responsible for the maintenance of peace and order in the country. Fourth, the judiciary settled dispute and dispensed justice. The civil service, the credit for starting the Indian Civil Service ICS in 1793 goes to Lord Cornwallis. Lord Cornwallis separated the commercial and revenue branches of administration. He introduced strict regulation for the official, raised their salaries, and made seniority the basis of promotions. His regulations are called Cornwallis Code. The written examination starting in 1853, Fort William College was set up at Calcutta to train young civil servants. The territories were divided into districts which were the basic unit of administration. Each district has the following three main officials. First, the collecting supervised revenue collection based beside the overall administration of the district. Second, the magistrate maintained law and order. Third, the judge was in charge of justice. The army. The British could establish a large empire because of a strong army. The army served three purposes: conquer new territories, protect British territories from other European revival, and suppress revolt of India kings. Rescuement of Indian sepoys took place for the first time during the Carnatic Wars. They were recruited in large number and trained to use the latest the ammunition. However, the Indian Espo could not rise above the level of a subedar. Their resentment found expression in the revolt of 1857. The police lord, the Cornwallis organized a regular and permanent police force in India that was essential for the maintenance of the law and order. Each district was organized into thanas which were headed by a daroga. Towns and village had kotwals and chokidars respectively. Later, the post of district superintendent of police was looked after the entire district. The judiciary. Before the colonial period, there was no common law in India, and the Indians followed laws and regulation based on local customs and traditions. Earlier British rules and all laws rules and laws were all European alone, but this dual system for laws created confusion, so the British introduced a uniform code of law. First Supreme Court was established in Calcutta in 1774, followed by the High Court in Bombay, Calcutta, and Madras. At the district level, there were two court, a criminal court for Fauzdari Adalat and a civil court Diwani Adalat. Malvis and Pandits interpreted Indian laws for the European district collector, who presided over civil court. The criminal court was still under a Qazi and Mufti, but were under the supervision of the collectors. हो गया.